Welcome back to Bartlett Arbor Supply. Today's trick of the day, we're calling put a ring on it. Up here in the canopy, we have a Teufelberger thimble saver installed, and we also put a DMM large anchor ring. This one happens to be the pink breast cancer awareness. By putting this ring in here, we've now made this system so we can kind of tie two limbs together into compression and get a little better weight distribution out of the system. Adding this ring also increases the bend radius for this rope, so it does run just a touch smoother than if you were just running the thimble saver as it comes from the factory. It also allows for a little better movement around because it's not quite such a fixed position. We'll demonstrate that a little bit more. It will move around with you a little bit, so we'll dig in. All right, so I've now lanyarded it in. I've still got my climbing system attached. My lanyard's tight. So I'll get out my thimble saver here. Now the thimble saver as it comes from the factory looks just like this, right? You've got two steel thimbles, one larger, one smaller. Now in order to do this trick today, you do have to take off this prusik and thimble. Pretty easy. As it comes, it's just a 6-wrap basic prusik, so unwrap that. I'm going to hook this somewhere safe. Now that that prusik's off, we'll go ahead and get to the tail of the thimble saver. We'll go ahead and we'll just drop this ring right on there, and it'll run and catch all the way down on this other thimble. It will not pass through, so you don't have to worry about it falling off. Now with that ring installed, we'll go ahead and reinstall that prusik we just took off. So in order to install that, we'll go ahead. It's pretty much a triple girth hitch is what makes a 6-wrap prusik. So wrapped around once, wrapped around twice, wrapped around 3 times. Dress that up nice. Make sure everything's good. Yep. And now we're ready to roll. So without this ring, I would have had to have choked down somewhere in here and really sucked this up. Almost way too tight, and it probably still would have slid down, so I would have lost quite a bit of my tie-in point here. But I've got 2 beefy branches here. This nice branch mark ridge in the middle. And if I load these into compression, it'll A, get me a higher tie-in point, and B, allow me to kind of work around. So in order to install, I'm going to slow that down again. Like we would normally install would be this way, right? You just kind of wrap it around your spar. Now for this, we're just going to pull that ring in the center until it comes down, just like so. Now with that in place, we'll go ahead. With my lanyard still tight, I'll come off my climb line. Now, just like when installing the thimble saver without the ring on it, you go through the prusik side first, then we'll go through the ring, and then we'll also finish through that first thimble. Cinch that up a little bit. Now that I'm in, I'll go ahead and give my lanyard some slack so we can load this system, which we should always do before we go ahead and drop right into the system after installing. Okay, system's fully loaded, we're good to go. Everything's in. Now we can start our climb. All right, so we did let a little bit of slack into the system just to really accentuate how far this system will move with you. The closer you have this choked up, you'll still get some more room and you'll still get that benefit of the ring being in there, making your descent smoother, decreasing that friction just a little bit more. But when you loosen it up like this is when it really comes into play. And you can get the really nice angles to play with. So, let's get climbing. Now, if we look at that system back there, we can kind of see it followed me. That ring moved as tight to that initial steel thimble as it could. Usually, if you choke that off, you only get maybe 10, 15 degrees. But as we can see right here, we got a nice 30. If I was able to have anything else to walk out a little further this way, you can really kind of increase that angle out. It allows for a better positioning and keeping your higher tie-in. All right, so we did our climb, did our work, everything's good. As far as retrieval for this system, it's no different than the Thimble Saver itself. So when you purchase the Thimble Saver comes with the large red DMM cone. The Thimble Climb has smaller thimbles and will take the yellow cone. This Thimble Saver has to have the red cone. The yellow one will go through and then you're gonna have to climb all the way back up here and retrieve it and do the little walk of shame or climb of shame. So that is put a ring on it, and we'll see you in the canopy.